Hello everybody, welcome back to my channel. It has been a while. I am back on YouTube, yes. I apologize for the past couple months. I have just had a lot of distractions, been a lot going on. It's been a lot taking in as far as this shifting market we've had. So it has just been an interesting time, I will say, to say the least. But I will say Happy New Year to everybody. I don't wish anything bad on anybody. I know some people kind of get that vibe from me, but I hope all is well for everybody. And going into 2023, this is going to be an interesting time in the market. This is going to be one of those times that you haven't expected before. But I will say that there are opportunities ahead, and you just got to keep on pushing forward, and you can't give up. And I'm just going to point out a few things as far as my previous brokerage. I have left my previous brokerage at Castle's Real Estate. There's nothing personal against them. It's just the brokerage I have now has a lot more reinforcement, offers a lot of different things that my previous brokerage didn't offer. Nothing against them. It's just I need a little more reinforcement. I need a little more help as far as getting my business off the ground. And this brokerage, I feel like, will do that for me. And I won't necessarily be doing everything all on my own because I am working another job right now, so it just does take up a lot of time doing this. But as far as trying to get back into the swing of things after the holidays, it's going to be a little tough, but I know I can definitely do it. I'm looking forward to the opportunity in the future to thrive and to do well and be successful. So I would just point out a few things as far as when you get into this business. If you are considering this, just keep in mind that this is a very interesting time, or a very different time from other times in history when it comes to real estate and just the market in general, whether it's the real estate market or the stock market or the bond market. Just financials in general are just very different from what they were about a year ago, and we're in a very different time that we have been in the past 20-30 years, I'd say. So just keep in mind when you go out there and you are doing things as an agent, that you got to learn how to overcome objections, and you got to learn how to handle people that are just not so pleasant and not so friendly. I know I probably have said this before, but this is very important because you are going to have people that are getting hit up left and right by realtors, and if you sound like the same realtor that they've been dealing with, they're just gonna move on to the next one. So I guess my point is, stand out from other realtors. Don't do the same things. Now, I'm not saying you can't follow certain steps and certain scripts that other realtors use that are successful, but take that robot out of your voice, as some people say. Make it sound very authentic and genuine, and people appreciate that. And just try to think of ways to be creative and kind of differentiate yourself from other realtors. You just don't want to sound like the other 99% of realtors that are calling, door knocking, whether it's hitting up expired listings or FSBOs, or if you're just door knocking to see if you can find people that are interested in selling their home. You got to figure out a way to kind of find your quote-unquote niche in the market, and that means to stand out and to put into play a certain strategy that is going to offer different ways and different resolutions and different methods that is different from other realtors. So just keep that in mind when you are going into this business. I know it's not easy, especially when you're getting started out. It's not been easy for me starting out, but I have learned that if you can figure out and teach yourself how to stand out and be different, and to overcome objections when people just don't want to commit to working with you, just learn how, just basically figure out a way to overcome that objection. There's a lot of different objections out there you're going to get, and you got to learn to kind of smooth things over and to move forward. And if somebody doesn't want to work with you, they don't want to work with you. I mean, there's plenty of other people out there, so don't take it personal. That's another thing. Also, when people are rude or disrespectful or just take things out on you, don't ever take it personal. It's not you, it's them. I know there's that famous saying, it's not you, it's me, but really it is them. It definitely is them. So when people are not so pleasant, just take a step back and realize that, oh yeah, I'm not the only realtor that's hitting them up. And they probably have gotten sick and tired, or they're probably angry with realtors at the moment. So sometimes that just happens. And some people are just like, don't want to be bothered. And unfortunately, you're going to have to contact these people at one point or another. And it's just not going to go as well as you hope for. So just, if you can learn how to overcome that and learn how to push through and get past that, you're going to be successful. It might take a little bit of time, but you can definitely be successful. So I'm just putting that out there, and I don't want to get too far into details as far as what I recommend as far as doing in real estate. I'm just kind of giving a few pointers here and there. I know it's been a while since I've been on YouTube, but I just wanted to say that I am back. We got a new year coming around. I am putting 2022 behind me. It's been a very challenging year for me in general, in a lot of different ways that I necessarily can't explain word by word, or just can explain in detail right this second, and I don't necessarily want to go into that because it's just a lot to explain regardless. But I will say that I'm looking forward to the new year. I wish the best for everybody. I hope everybody is successful, and from now on I will try to put out more content. Well, I won't try, I will put out more content. Again, there's one of those situations where I'm kind of working through the right mentality and the right way to say things. Sometimes, like, people just have this idea, or just kind of this way of going about certain situations. It's very it's very repetitive, and you gotta change things up. You gotta make things interesting. You gotta grab people's attention, because that's what's gonna make you successful as a business owner and as a real estate agent. Even if you're not doing real estate, if you're just doing sales, just thinking of ways to change things around and to correct certain things or correct certain mistakes that you might have made in the past. And just keep in mind that no one's perfect. You're going to make mistakes. There's going to be things that you felt you could have done a lot better. But the only way you're going to learn is if you go out and do them. That's another thing. People just want to be perfectionists. And I'm guilty of that. I just want to be perfect in everything I did. And that's just not going to happen. We're infallible humans. So we're going to make mistakes. So, you know, the only way you're going to learn things is if you do them and just kind of push through the mistakes and learn from the mistakes and grasp that knowledge and to move on with that knowledge. So I'm going to end it here. I'm going to say that 2023 is going to be a great year. I don't care what the news says. I don't care if they say there's going to be an incoming recession, blah, 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 blah. I don't really watch the news anymore because it just seems to be the same old thing. Whether you're looking at the left or you're looking at the right, they're all putting out their narrative, and I am just over watching that repetitively. It's not really good for my mental health, or if it's good for anybody's mental health, constantly watch the politically slanted news, no matter which side you're on. So I wish the best for everybody. Thank you for listening, and you will see me soon.